the committee report number 317. This is the bill setting the term of office of barangay officials and members of the Sangguniang Kabataan. So move, Mr. President.
Yes,
Is there
thank
any
you,
objection?
Majority.
There being none, the resumption of consideration of Senate Bill number 2816 under Committee Report 317 is on order.
Mr. President, there being no other member who wishes to interpret, I move to close the period of interpellation.
Any objection? There being none, motion is approved.
Individual?
Period of individual.
Mr. President, I move to open the period of individual amendments.
Any objection? There being none, motion is approved.
Thank you very much, Mr. President and Majority Leader. On page 1, line 1, after the word barangay, insert the word and. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
On the same page, line 2, delete the phrase officials and members of the. I so move, Mr. President.
Okay. Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
On the same page and line, after the word kabataan, insert the word officials. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
On the same page and line, delete and replace the word and figure 6 and replace with 4. I so move, Mr. President.
You're on page 1,
Yes.
line
It's the same page, line 2.
2. All right. Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
On the same page, line 3 this time, delete the word barangay. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
On the same page and line, after the word elective, insert the word barangay. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
On the same page and line, delete the phrase member of the Sangguniang Kabataan. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
On the same page and line, after the word kabataan, insert the word official. I so move.
Any objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
On the same page, line 4, delete the word and figure 2 and replace with the word and figure 3. Therefore, section 1 should now read term of office. The term of office of all elected barangay officials shall be 4 years. No elected barangay official shall serve more than 3 consecutive terms in the same position. Voluntary renunciation of office for any length of time shall not be considered as an interruption in the continuity of service for the full term of which the elective official was elected. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
On the same page, line 8, delete the phrase second Monday of May 2029 and replace with first Monday of October 2027. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
On the same page, lines 8 to 9, delete the word and figure 6 and replace with 4. Thus, section 2 should now read as follows. Date of election. The next regular Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan election shall be held on the first Monday of October 2027 and every 4 years thereafter. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
On the same page, line 12, delete the phrase at noon of June 30 and replace with on the first day of November. Hence, section 3 should now read as follows, assumption of office. The term of office of barangay officials and members of the Sangguniang Kabataan elected subsequent to the effectivity of this act shall commence on the first day of November next following their election. I so move, Mr.
Any
President.
objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
On page 2, line 4, insert the new section 5, which shall read as follows, transitory provision. Incumbent elected barangay officials serving their third consecutive term in the same position shall not be eligible to run for the same position in the October 2027 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, amendments approved.
Finally, to renumber the succeeding sections accordingly. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? There being none, amendments approved.
Those are all the amendments that I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Coco Pimentel.
Mr. President, this is not an amendment, but to be just very clear about the effect of the amendments introduced by our
Yes.
sponsor.
Okay.
What is now the rule on the BSKE?
The rule on the SK is they will also have a term of 4 years. And then beyond that, they will be governed by the SK Charter and its provisions on age.
So, is there a term limit for SK officials?
Yes. Right now, the term indicated in the reform, in the SK Charter as reformed, is 18 to 24. So if they run at 18 plus 4 and 22, and then until they're
So they are still eligible.
they're eligible, in fact, for 2 maximum.
We do not mention a term limit for SK.
I felt that we shouldn't do so, given that it's governed by their own law, the SK Charter. Would you like to do so? It's
That's why I'm raising this point, Mr. President, because the title.
yes, it's also the SK.
Yes. So, at any rate, Mr. President, let's just be aware.
Yes,
Let's just be aware of that, no? Kasi binago na, in-overhaul natin ng konti ito. Nag-overhaul tayo ng concepts dito. So, look at the title and as well as don't forget the SK officials. Because we've been concentrating on the
That's correct. That's
barangay
correct.
officials, Mr. President. So that's all, Mr. President. I'm just raising a point.
Thank you, Senator Pimentel. Majority Leader.
With no other individual amendment, I move to close the period of amendments.
Any objection? There being none. Motion is approved.
Okay na second reading? I mean suspension, Mr. President.
So suspended.
Second reading Senate Bill number 2816, subject to style. So move, Mr. President. 2816.
Is there any objection? There being none, Senate Bill number 2816 is hereby approved on second reading, subject to style.